In the times, I used to see my moms in the porch smoked out. I used to walk right past my mom's, kid. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't her. She was a demon. And that shit was kind of hard for a nigga like me, kid. You know what I'm saying?
In your entire life, you never met your pops?
Never met him. I spoke to that man one time. I was probably about 8, 9. Never met him, none of that. I know his name John, he from South Bronx. Used to call him Charlie Brown, man. That's all I know. I never seen that nigga in nothing.
And you say he Puerto Rican?
Yeah. I don't know his last name and none of that. I know his first name John and his nickname is Charlie Brown. South Bronx. Word.
And you say you spoke to him one time. What, you spoke to him on the phone?
Yep, on the phone, yep. When I was young, at my mom's crib. I remember that. Nigga told me, yo, I'm gonna come check you. I ain't seen that nigga or heard from him since.
How old was you when you spoke to him on the phone around?
Probably like 8, 9. Probably like 8, 9 years old. Whoa. I never heard from him since, B. And you know how a person, I can't say because y'all probably never go through that, but you ever been like out and you just like, damn, I wonder if that's my pop, like, damn, do I look like this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Stupid shit like that. I don't even know how to find that nigga, kid. Think about to be 48 years old in a couple weeks, still ain't see this nigga? I might motherfucking put that nigga in a Cobra clutch. I haven't seen that nigga, kid. Word up.
Sometimes niggas be doing a favor by just getting gone. Niggas know they can't. I don't know. I ain't making no excuse, but sometimes.
What if you found out that all this time someone's in the pen with a whole bunch of time?
Well, I don't know that. It might be different, but I don't think that nigga in the pen, man. Like,
how you know you said he got other kids and stuff?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know nothing about Duke. Nothing. I don't know nothing about that man. Nothing, son. Word up. I don't know. The man that's on my birth certificate is Ronald Quinones. That's what I looked at as my pop. That's the only man I ever called that. Cha-Cha. That's the only person I ever called that. Called Pops was him. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it is what it is, but goddamn, nigga wanted to meet their real pops one day, but like right now it's like kind of too late, son. Like, what you gonna say to me? What could you say to me? Like, you don't know nothing about me, I don't know nothing about you. What could you say to me? I'm sorry? Come on, dude. You was sorry when you blew it. Right or wrong, lad?
Like, sometimes I feel like niggas be making babies out of their race, and then they regret that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, I'm a half black, half Puerto Rican nigga, and it's like, you know what I mean? I got a relationship with my pops. My pops at one point in his life was getting high, and I fell back from the nigga. Like, my pops was getting high and my step pops was getting high. Know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like the men figures in my life was real shaky at one point. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, sometimes I felt like, is it that I'm half black? That motherfuckers, know what I mean? Niggas don't really want to fuck with me like that. Like, but know what I mean, that's just thoughts that ran through a nigga head. You feel what I'm saying? Because my mom's was the only black chick around. A bunch of Puerto Ricans and shit like that at one point. You feel me? Puerto Ricans, half Italians, shit like that. So it's like, the end of the day, my nigga, you grow up in a black household, you black, you got a black way, the way you speak is black, the way you dress is black, and you got a pops that's straight Puerto Rican. That shit might be a little bit awkward to him. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about any kid that was like biracial. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Might be a little awkward to a nigga, like, you feel what I'm saying? I always felt that way, or wondered, like, you feel me? Am I Spanish enough? I used to always feel like, am I Spanish enough for my pops? You know what I mean? Because I don't speak no Spanish. I grew up in a black household. I grew up in a black neighborhood, in a black ass project. So I never really superly identified with being Spanish. You feel what I'm saying? So I used to feel like, now me, am I Spanish enough? You feel me?
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I got raised by a Spanish family. That's the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? My mom's is black. My mom's from Montgomery, Alabama. You heard? And my mom was smoking jacks. You know what I'm saying? It was a time, you know, she was getting so high and so lost that she motherfucking went food shopping in the crib. We already knew how to cook at a young age. You know how to clean. You know how to do all that. And she just went shopping and left. Never came back. Marshals came and told us we had to leave the crib with the padlock on the door. You know what I'm saying? I was about 10. My sister was probably like 11. My other brother Chachi was like 6. And then my little brother Moe, he was an infant, a baby. You know what I'm saying? I took him and Chachi with me to my grandma's favorite fort. And my sister went to East New York, you know what I'm saying? And then as time went on, that's when, you know, BCW got involved. And, you know what I'm saying? My brother was in the force, both of my brothers in foster shit. You know what I'm saying? I think my sister went through that shit too. I'm the only one that never go through that shit. I was ducking and dodging. I was running around in the East, Brownsville, the fort. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going in there. I already had my mind set up that I wasn't going in there. So I basically fended for myself all these years. In those times, I could see my moms in the fort smoked out. I could walk right past my mom's, kid. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't her. She was a demon, smoking jigglies. Heard? That shit was kind of hard for a nigga like me, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cuz, but understanding all that, but you know it was times that she kept y'all jigged to death.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, and you know, when we talk about those aspects of things, you know what I'm saying? It was highs, it was lows, it was good and it was bad. But you know, some of our parents, our uncles, our aunts, they fell victim to that era, man. You know what I mean? And it took over them, and it did make them have no feelings. It made them, but you knew that wasn't them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
My mom told me when I came home from up north, that's when me and her really got close. You know what I'm saying? Before she passed away, me and her got close. And she wrote me a 6-paragraph, you heard? And she said she used every drug, and every drug that was known to man, she used it. The hardest shit for her to get off was crack. She said she couldn't shake that shit, dude. And that's when I started understanding, like, oh shit, like, hey, this shit really added like that. So, you know, I gave her flowers. I understand. We're gonna get past that. And it was years and years and years that I ain't even like my mom, son. Real talk, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? I just ain't like her. I ain't like what she did. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my mom was at for years and years until after I did that time and I had time to think, and when I came home we had a long talk. After that, all that shit was out the window. We was good money after that.
Let me ask you though, Squeak, what was y'all doing in the crib for that 30 days when y'all was in the crib dolo?
Was in the crib, son, like, you know, making sure my little brothers was all right. Me and my sister holding it down. And we was the parents. We know how to cook. My mom showed us all that. We know how to do all that shit. I'm talking about full-course meals, B. You know what I'm saying? We just was in the crib. We had enough food. We didn't run out. But, you know, niggas was looking for their moms. Like, goddamn, when you coming back? She wasn't calling, none of that, son. She just blew it on us. You know what I'm saying? So, once them people came and Marshals came, they made sure we left. So we packed our shit in bags and motherfucking, what was them shits? You know them coolers, like coolers that you take to the beach, you put the juices in. My mom's had a couple of them. We put our clothes and shit in there, and my nigga, and left. We was living in Flatbush on Ocean between Dorchester and Kentucky back then. We got on a train. I know people was looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with these little kids? So we on a train, my nigga, with clothes inside that motherfucking joint, inside those coolers, B. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was survivors, dude. I survived that shit, boy. The niggas came, put that padlock on the door, that means she didn't pay her rent. But you just left niggas. How you do? You just blew it on your kids, like, that shit is unbelievable, son. That's why I never jetted on none of my kids, son. I ain't never gonna do that to them.
So because everything being real, that shit was commonplace in that era.
It was.
But we didn't know it. We didn't know it at the time until we got out there. And they was just smoking at a high rate. Everybody that we had high regards for, they just dwindled right in front of us like, oh shit, cuz. So it was that became commonplace. At that time, nah, we ain't know nothing about that shit. That shit affect the motherfucking feelings. But as we got out there, it was like, yo, this what the fuck be going on?
One's subject to seeing their mothers in a compromising position will grow up to kill. When a child, a boy, sees his mother fucked up like that, that shit put a hate in your heart, my nigga, where that shit might not never go away. You feel what I'm saying?
Psychological right there.
Yeah.
If you see your mom, even if it's just seeing your mom's extremely poor and struggling, that shit makes you hateful. You feel what I'm saying? But when you see your mom smoked out, can't have it, losing a battle to drug addiction, that shit makes a nigga rageful, my nigga.
And yo, last. But this is what I'm saying to you right now, bro. Like, what you talking about is that particular rage and that fire that was in the majority of motherfuckers from my era and right beneath my era. You know what I'm saying? And it was showing, bro. It was showing.
I mean, that's the science behind the hate. You gave little infants fucks everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? We all know and understand, you feel me? That crack cocaine epidemic, that shit was partly funded by you know, a lot of motherfuckers that we had no idea was involved, had their hands involved with the drug trade. You feel me? Like, and that shit Snowfall, and that movie, that series Snowfall, they breaking that shit down. I mean, how the CIA and all of that had their hands in. Yeah, so it's like none of this shit was coincidental or accidental. So basically, you feel what I'm saying? Niggas sacrificed our motherfucking mothers and our parents, for money and power. And, you know, that hate, that shit got in them babies, my nigga, because them babies was neglected. Them babies was left to die. You feel what I'm saying? So,
they was left
to mother in your life, that love, if a kid don't get that love, my nigga, you ain't never gonna be right, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't never you gonna always have some shit empty inside you that you looking for that's missing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you was a kid and you ain't really get that love that you was supposed to receive, my nigga. That shit will fuck you up in life.
Yeah, God. That's heavy science right there that you speaking on, bro. You know, but the other, just like on the other side, the other aspect of it is when you don't got, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on at this moment, because there's not a lot of dudes. A lot of motherfuckers don't have male figures. You know what I'm saying? And some motherfuckers say, yo, just a male figure around is good enough. But nah, it's not good enough. You gotta have a particular motherfucker around that could basically show you the aspects of man. Because a lot of right now, they was raised by their grandmoms, their moms, big sisters, and they coming out the house with feminine ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but you can't tell these niggas that, yo, you acting like a bitch, my nigga, like a real bitch ass nigga. Cause they gonna get offended. You gonna hurt their emotions, and then they gonna wanna say, "Oh, you disrespected me." Nah, I don't got it. I'm telling you about yourself, my nigga. Like you don't fit like that, nigga. You don't go and backbite. That nigga got something to say. That nigga said is go step straight to that nigga. Go step straight to him and address what needs to be addressed. And tell a nigga one time only, yo, my nigga, you keep my name in your mouth, I'm coming at you. Gonna have your gun on. Simple. Don't do all that going back talking and nigga getting word over here. All that shit that because they wasn't raised correctly. They ain't have nobody to show them the right way on how to go about dealing with issues as
women. A lot of niggas is emotionally women, and you know what I mean? And I'm talking about even, you know what I mean? We all was lacking father figures in the house, most of us. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, a lot of niggas violent nature comes from they mother. Comes from, you understand what I'm saying, how they mother used to beat they ass, you feel me, and spaz out and be quick to tweak out and curse a motherfucker out and grab a belt and grab an extension cord and go upside your motherfucking kid's head, and then niggas wonder why they kids grow up shooting and killing motherfuckers because you've been putting violence in them from day one, and a lot of that violence be coming from, you know, mothers. You feel what I'm saying? Single mothers struggling, fucking poverty on their back, broke, know what I mean? All type of death around them, death and poverty, know what I mean? They start beating their motherfucking kids because they think that that's how you raise kids, know what I mean? All of this shit is post-slavery shit, my nigga. All of this shit has its roots in slavery, bro. Period. If you research all of these behaviors, they have their roots in slavery, my nigga. It's a dysfunctional way of life that we was forced to live in these fucking projects and slums and these ghettos. We grew up in a dysfunctional household. You feel me? We had a dysfunctional life, my nigga. We had terrible schools. You understand what I'm saying? All type of shit. You feel me? It was drugs, it was guns, it was killers amongst us. You feel me? Niggas motherfucking grew up differently, my nigga. So we all suffering from the effects of all of that shit. Now today as grown ass men, we still suffering from the effects of the shit we experienced during our childhood. You feel me? Like, nigga, I used to have to go to school. I spoke about this before, but I used to have to go to school 8 o'clock in the morning, my nigga. Crack spot on the floor in my building. That shit'd get shot up at 3, 4 in the morning. Niggas will come through, shoot the door up with like something stupid like a 4-4 or something in the hallway. You know how them, in my projects, them hallways is small as a slim as a motherfucker.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Them shit's echo different. Them shit's low.
That shit be, nigga, that shit wake up the whole building, my nigga. You heard? A nigga be a little kid like, damn, what the fuck was that shit waking up? Nigga, this is why niggas got PTSD and shit like that, my nigga. Niggas fucking hitting the motherfucking crack spot next door to you with the 4-4 at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You a 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid that gotta go to school. Know what I mean? Or 11-year-old kid that gotta go to school. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit that was going on, my nigga, but yeah, my nigga, drug addiction is a motherfucker, bro. That's the root to a lot of violence, a lot of fucking decadent shit. It be drug addiction, son. It's a dirty fucking game. That drug addiction is dirty.
I wish my mom never got on crack, man. But you know, it is what it is, kid. But you know, she gone now. I love her still, and all that. And I understand now. You know what I mean? Before I had no understanding.
Yeah, I met your mom's, man, and her spirit was official though, man.
Shy, you never met my old hood, right, Shay?
Nah, fuck you talking about never met her. Fuck you talking about?
Huh?
Yeah, nigga, I was there. I met her 3 times.
You met my mom. She used to be in the peas too. Smoking jiggly.
Come on, son.
Word up. Yo, you know what I used to, I'm not gonna say I used to hate, but you know what I used to always watch? How other mothers was with their kids, like how your moms was with y'all say. I wanted that. I ain't had that. Son, growing up, bro. I ain't had that from my moms, my nigga. Real talk. I ain't had that, son. And like you said, I never showed that shit, kid.
Mm-hmm. But you also know, as soon as he came around the way, I came to my crib.
Yep, I was good.
It was good.
Yeah, but that shit ain't the same, my nigga. It's like a nigga. It's like that. It's like those kids that grow up with their grandmothers, and they be in nice cribs, and their grandmothers be strict, and they go to Catholic school and all that. Them niggas still grow up to be motherfucking killers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because if your moms and your pops wasn't there, my nigga, it's gonna be a little something off with you, my nigga. It's gonna be a little something off with you, my nigga. Like it's just confusing to a kid. Like, where the fuck is my parents at? You understand what I'm saying? So that shit's fucked up, my nigga. But you know what I mean? This the type of shit we gotta speak about though, because that's the only thing that's gonna heal shit is niggas speaking about shit like this, man. You know what I mean? Real fucking talk.
That's a fact.
Right, son.
My cousin, one of my cousins came to live with me in Howard. Like, you know, I'm an only child, but one of my cousins came, my cousin from Brownsville houses, he came to live with me because his moms and pops got caught up heavily in the crack era. Like, you feel me? And ACS or child welfare, whatever, came and got them. And, you know, before niggas let them, the kids go into a motherfucking foster care, the family took them. You feel what I'm saying? But I was happy my cousin came to live with me because I was the only child. I was thirsty to have somebody to share a motherfucking room with or whatever. But, you know, it just was fucked up because, you know, my cousin was the type of nigga, he ain't trying to be in the streets and all that. That nigga was an athlete, know what I mean? And a nigga that just care about chicks and motherfucking he sang his ass off. So it's like, son is the type of nigga, that nigga ain't never fuck with no drugs, my nigga. Like, you know how some niggas be different. They see they parents getting high, they start getting high. My cousin, a couple of my cousins, they parents got caught up in that shit, my nigga. Them niggas don't do shit. They won't smoke a cigarette. They won't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Because that shit ruined their family, like, know what I mean? Tore their family apart at one point. You feel me? You know, I'm later on in life. And my aunt, that was one of my favorite motherfucking aunts. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she just was a real motherfucker. Even though, like Pac said, even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen. Like my aunt was golden, my nigga. Like even at the height of getting high, my aunt was a golden motherfucker. Like her, I just loved her to death. You understand what I'm saying? No matter what, even while she was getting high and running the streets, I loved her to death because her spirit she just always was a pleasant, real loving motherfucking aunt. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Real talk. So you know what I mean? That crack shit is fucking whack, my nigga. That shit fucked up a lot of lives.
That shit fucked up a lot of families, man.
Steered niggas in total different directions in life. You feel what I'm saying?
That era,
so crazy.
That era. That's why I'm telling you what I'm telling you, because that shit had a rippling effect, you know. And when you came to find out, like, damn, motherfucking George Bush was a CIA director over there in fucking Panama, and you know what I'm saying, smuggling drugs and shit was okay. When that nigga got elected for president, that nigga started locking up Noriega and covering his tracks so that dirt won't get back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You realize how real shit is. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that shit did more than that. That shit had an effect on us too, son.
Mm-hmm.
It had an effect on us. And then the sad part what Laz was talking about, you know, dysfunctional became normal. Right? I didn't know what the fuck dysfunctional was. You just had to make peace with what was what. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, also, it was more so based on the fact of we became numb. It was a time when, nigga, we'd be talking, somebody come in the building and be like, yo, such and such just got slumped. Niggas be like, oh, word? Damn, when? Yo, that shit happened just this morning. Oh, shit. And then somebody will say, yeah, but Madge dropped 40 on them niggas last night. And I don't give a fuck about that George shit. Madge is still at that guy. And we'll just go right back into the normal conversation. Like, we became desensitized. You know what I'm saying? To the point where when it came down for really getting smoky, niggas used to keep. You see, it wasn't about we wasn't go get the hammer. No, we had it on us. You know what I'm saying? And then when smoke came around, it wasn't like hesitant. It wasn't like nothing to think about. Niggas is on the move. Niggas on the prowl. Niggas want to dump joint, and I want to dump mine before, you know what I'm saying, cuz dump his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, all that stemmed from that era. That era also brought about the snake era as well. Right. And we was living amongst snakes. You know what I'm saying? So our whole aspect had the first of all, you had to have it on. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, right, you had to let it be known that this will be used, right? So, you know, it was a whole bunch of, and then when you got to live around that type of environment, motherfuckers that you knew, but the venom was apparent when the grass is cut low. When that terminology came out, when the grass is cut low, the snakes will show. Oh, it was real on my end. So you have your hand. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no just going to the store. You know what I'm saying? At nighttime, just yo, I'm going to the store right quick. I'll be right back. Niggas had to go in packs. You know what I'm saying? So all this stemmed from that era, and that shit developed a mind frame. You know what I mean? And then you got that mind frame, and then you on go time. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get them before they get me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it became, not only your thought pattern became your uniform, but you gotta have one or two hammers on you. I remember it was time, bro, when we was up on the Ave and police run down on us, Cinderella, Batman, and them run down on us, find us with krills, right? Whole packs, right? Throw them shits right on the ground. Sometimes they throw them in the sewer. Sometimes they throw them shits right in the ground and say, what they say, cuz, where the hammers at? Give a fuck about this nickel and dime shit y'all fucking with. Where the hammers at, man?